Like Ms. Shay mentioned earlier, a good friend of mine named Jerome Davis, he has a website called Urban Professionals. I've known Jerome for over 20 years. So Jerome has a group on Facebook, and since I've known him for over 20 years, he signed me up as an administrator. So that way, anybody that signs up for his group, I have the ability to sign them up and say, hey, approve this person and let them join your group. And so since he gave me that power in his group, it allows me to meet different people. So it allowed me to meet Ms. Shay. And so my whole thing was I just wanted to help her out. I like to see people be successful. I like to see people shine. I don't have to have my name in the lights. You know, I don't have to have the fame. I want to be like Mr. Nutt and have a fortune. But relationships, this is what I need from you. There's a little blue sheet. There should be a little blue sheet in your package. And the blue also takes you to the gold. The blue is where you give me a comment or a referral, like a comment would be something that I can use in my marketing. As far as you hear me speak, you know, you learning from me. If you give me a positive quote that I can use in my marketing where you put your name, your company, and what you do, take advantage of these opportunities, which is on the gold, which is only available right here at the Power Pair Divas PR and Marketing Bootcamp. The reason why this is blue is because of my daughter. My daughter's 14 and she's an aspiring writer, and they asked her to write a quote recently that was her own. So she took something old and added it with something new. And she said, the sky is the limit, and I'm in the clouds. My daughter said, the sky is the limit, and I'm in the clouds. So that's why I made this blue, because with these opportunities to market myself through your messages, the sky is the limit, and I'm in the clouds. And like I said, it takes you to the goal where you have opportunities. Like if you write an article about this PR and marketing boot camp, and you email it to me, I'll blog it for you. Well, that's going to help everyone. That's going to help put you in the search engines. It's going to help the PR divas, the PR power divas. It's going to put them in the search engine, and it's going to help me because I'll be the one blogging. You have a guest post, like anytime you write on your industry, words of encouragement for your industry, I'll blog it for you. You can do something positive about the city you live in. And I also have a cool blog called Today's Honoree. Today's Honoree is about you getting nominated for the great works that you do. Because not everyone's going to say, hey, I want to put you in the news. Not everyone's going to say that. Sometimes people might say nothing to you at all. But sometimes you got to network with your friend here, and you all can work together. Hey, you nominate me this week, and I'll nominate you next week. You know, I want people to know about the great things you do, and then next week have them know about the great things I do. You get a copy of my ebook. One word is all it takes. The first thing we talk about with the one word, that's part of that ebook. Taking your word and building your word into a brand. Social media strategies. It just talks about how I first started out when I had no money, but I learned how to find these leads. I learned how to set them up. I learned how to save them. I learned how to distribute them, promote them, setting up a press page. I had to learn all this on my own and on the fly. And nobody was there to teach me, so I started recording my steps. And this is an ebook, that can be right in your hand. Put it in the bag. Just like at events like this. Did you know there are events out here all over the world that you can put your information in and they'll market you for free? I mean, there's events all over the world that you can sign up for, distribute your information. I learned how to give me a flyer, send people a flyer. They take my flyer, download it. They do the printing. They put it in the gift bags, and they market it there days all over the world. And I'm sitting at home. So this is what this book talks about: raise money in a recession. I had a speaking engagement in Chicago one time, but they weren't paying me. But it was a national event. And I was mentioning it earlier, where it's college students from all over the country. There's 1,500 college students, and I was doing a workshop. And I needed to raise the money. So in my ebook, I talk about how I raise the money through donations, through the link on PayPal. I got an altar call. I gave my presentation an altar call, raised money. I raised money by emailing people, email lists. So it was just a combination of how I raised $1,000 in 2 weeks, just